रहमान रहीम। आज जिस रिसर्च आर्टिकल की हम समरी पेश करेंगे उसका उन्वान है क्लाइमेट चेंज इम्पैक्ट्स ऑन पाकिस्तान एंड प्रोपोज्ड सॉल्यूशंस। इस आर्टिकल के राइटर्स हैं फखरा शाहिद एंड डॉक्टर मुबीन अदनान। राइटर्स ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन में कहते हैं कि इन सिंपलेस्ट फॉर्म climate change is a phenomena by which the atmospheric changes take place, which leads towards alternations in the global eco and biospheres through slow natural processes. Mazid, climate change is caused by natural as well as man-made activities, और जो डेंजरस गैसेस कंट्रीब्यूट करती हैं क्लाइमेट चेंज में वो है मीथेन, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड नाइट्रस ऑक्साइड्स और भी बहुत सारी। These gases are emitted by human beings through various domestic, commercial and industrial activities. IPCC 2014 की रिपोर्ट के मुताबिक कहते हैं कि to be certain the entire world has observed the detrimental effects of global warming. किस फॉर्म में? In the form of extreme weather like storm, cyclones, floods and droughts. Heat waves are also included in this. Subsequently, the world presently suffers around 400 to 500 natural disasters on average in a year, जो 1980 की दहाई में 125 थी। It is an established fact that climate change is happening around the globe. We have observed extreme rise in temperature, varying seasons, snowfall patterns, intensifying sea level, lessening sea ice, and liquefying glaciers that are posing severe threats to the world. अब डायरेक्ट आते हैं impacts of climate change on Pakistan. पहला है melting of glaciers in the Himalayas will increase in the coming time, which reciprocally increase the rate of flood in Pakistan. दूसरा, availability of fresh water for life activities is predicted to decrease, due to which life will be at risk and population will face severe circumstances. तीसरा impact है communities at the border of Arabian Sea in the south of Pakistan are at maximum risk due to increased risk of flooding due to climate change. चौथा impact है climate change on Pakistan का. Economy of Pakistan is highly based on agriculture. Due to climate challenges, the yield of crops are at risk, which directly influences the livelihood of the population and creating many other social problems like poverty and urbanization. Poverty, unemployment, poor law and order situation, and urbanization. फिफ्थ इम्पैक्ट है क्लाइमेट चेंज का पाकिस्तान पे, कॉलरा इशू, क्लाइमेट इश्यूज, diseases like cholera in the coastal areas of Pakistan. Climate change also enhancing social inequalities in Pakistan due to depletion of resources and economic injuries. Economic inequalities, displacement of peoples, and conflictive situation will further increase. According to the Global Climate Risk Index of 2017, Pakistan is rated 7th all over the world with recorded 3.8 billion US dollars damages between 1996 and 2050 because of climate alterations. Outcomes on Pakistan economy, इसके बारे में राइटर लिखते हैं कि the varying degree of temperature rise and modifications in precipitation rate are extremely vulnerable for Pakistan, and there are great chances that it would severely damage country's water resources, forest, and agriculture, mostly on which the living and economy depends. Particularly, the fast temperature rise is expected to change the biophysical correlation of fisheries, livestock, crops, and forest by reducing their growth periods. Alteration in species patterns, variation in water necessities, amplification of pests and diseases, and intensification in thermal and moisture stresses. अब आते हैं कि strategies क्या हैं that cope with climate change in Pakistan. पहली first and foremost strategy देते हैं writers that it is essential to communicate and to give awareness to the public. People are not giving enough importance to the climate change. By using media strategies, it should be informed to the masses that there is a risk in doing nothing options. ये किया जा सकता है टारगेटेड ऑडियंस, जिसमें फॉर दिस पर्पस इसमें इंक्लूड किया जा सकता है पब्लिक, जनरल पब्लिक को, फार्मर्स को, फिशर फॉल्क को, वर्नेबल कम्युनिटीज को, यूथ को, डिसेबल पीपल को, स्कूलिंग चिल्ड्रेन को, पॉलिसी मेकर्स को, ओपिनियन लीडर्स को, रिसर्चर्स को, सिविल सर्वेंट्स को एंड बिजनेस कम्युनिटी. कम्युनिकेटिंग टूल्स क्या होंगे इस मकसद के लिए? वो हैं रीडिंग मटेरियल, promotional material, phone call, SMS, face to face and personal talk, online, audio visuals, documentaries, talk shows, music and curriculum. दूसरी strategy to cope with climate change in Pakistan है competent policies regarding mitigation and adaptation should be adopted. A community should be created which gave information regarding the mitigation and adoption of the climate change. इसमें quality information should be used for the purpose. तीसरी strategy to cope with climate change in Pakistan. Toxic emission is major reason of climate change. There must be cut down to the use of such vehicles. Behavior to use public transport should be adopted rather than to use private transportation. Hybrid vehicles have lower rate of emission, so these cars should be used. चौथा strategy and measure होना चाहिए according to the writers. Use of fossil fuels should be discouraged. as these are the major contributors of degeneration of the environment. Instead of it, alternative energy resources such as wind, bio, hydro, and solar energy should be used. Renewable source of energy is best solution to the climate challenges. पांचवा है good governance. That is the center of all issues. All the possible solution is only workable if government will frame and design implementable and competent decision making. Policies regarding adaptation, and mitigation should be framed on priorities basis and should be implemented in later and spread. Sixth strategy या solution to the climate change होना चाहिए construction of dams to assess and address the additional water problem in Pakistan is because it is essential along with the taking action to enhance the life of existing storage facilities. Conclusion में राइटर कहते हैं कि developing countries like Pakistan are highly affected by the pulse of climate change despite sharing little amount of greenhouse gases as compared to the developed nations. Pakistan will be skeptical to the challenges of climate change because its economy is highly dependent on agriculture. The effects of climate change over Pakistan can be mitigated if above mentioned recommendations can be adopted in later and desperate. Adoption and mitigation policies along with good governance would be helpful to cope with the challenge of climate change. Reference है Pakistan Social Sciences Review, April June 2021, Volume 5, Number 2. Thank you.